All right, today we're working on the G-Wagon. It's the most hated vehicle on the channel, but we gotta put some new lights on it. So we started off with, we put the tail lights on it. These are the retrofit. I'll go turn them on here. Go turn them on for you boys and girls. Philip's over there shining the camera at it. So these are retrofit from 2019 or newer. And they on? Okay, so you can see here, and then we got a little bit of that action going. So that worked out, and what we did those, because the factory ones were like some old sockets, look like they should be on a back of a boat trailer, and every time we went through drive-through and stopped in traffic, had a hole in the brakes, it would cook the socket. We had to replace the bulb. So after about the sixth time of doing that, I had enough of that. So I could have got the red ones, but I think we're all black here, so we got the smoked ones. So another eyesore on this thing are these things. And I think somebody's replaced these. They're kind of faded looking and kind of crappy looking. So what we did, I went to VIP Motorsports. I'll put a link in the description for these lights and these corner lights. Not that all the people have G-Wagons, but some people do. And they scolded me for not posting videos about this. So this is the new ones from VIP Motors. And this one ones I found that had little tiny rows of, now I don't know which one's which, so we'll just have to plug it up and see which one's the front, which one's the back, because I don't think it says anywhere on here. That's all right. So let's get our trusty little impact here. This should be just as easy as zipping two screws out. The thing about the G-Wagon, it's very easy to work on. And when I say very easy to work on, it's an understatement. Okay, so here's what we're doing here. This is the light that I actually wanted. And a lot of these just had like 4 little squares in them. Geez. It's a super sticky stuff. See, a lot of these only had 4 little lights in the middle. I thought, well, that's kind of stupid. Really want that at all. And then to put these in, we had to come in here, and the plug, we actually had to pop the back light out. But now that this isn't a rickety mess, it's very easy to do that. And the plug's right here. You just chase into the hole and plug it in. There's not much to it. You can see here these other lights, how they're set up, all the resistors on the back. For some reason, there it is, shut off. For some reason, we had to leave these unplugged because this one resistor, if we didn't, it didn't function correctly. So there's that. We wrapped all these wires with tape, so I had some kind of padding. Then we put them back in here. It all functions correctly. Just like that. And then these just go on like the factory lights, but they have different brackets. So you get all new stuff with these lights. Okay, so this has a little resistor you plug in series, but after just having it on for a few seconds, it's so hot, if this touches anything, it's gonna melt whatever it touches. And so what we did, we just unplugged it, and then we cycled the key off and on. It's not throwing any codes at all for having the wrong resistance. I think what we're gonna do here is do all 4 of them. Before we mount them, we'll go in there and start up, make sure there's no error codes. I don't like having stuff like this in there. And on the tail lights, this resistor was like that big, as you just seen. I think that's way too little. So anytime you replace aftermarket lights, you always gotta be aware there might be a little tweaking, a little twerking you have to do to like suit wherever your needs are. So yeah, let's go ahead and refix this. We're essentially taping the wires up here. I'm just gonna put one piece of tape over that, just keep the elements out of there. And we're just gonna do this, and that's it, and screw it in. So let's hop to the other back one. We're gonna do the front ones. I hope on the front ones we don't take the inner fender well out to put those in, because that's real fun, but I bet you will. Okay, so we got her all done. It's a little bit difficult on the G-Wagon because you think, well, I'll just take out 2 screws and replace the light. Well, except on the G-Wagon, these lights are the same way, the top lights, the blinkers. All the plugs are way down in there, so you end up having to take out the inner fender well liner to get to that. And somebody had cut the plug on this one off, so we had to solder it all together. Pain in the butt. I got lucky enough on the driver's side, there was just barely enough slack in it. I could just unplug it, pull it up, barely get it in there, and plug the new one in and put it back in. Now, none of the 4 of these lights had the resistors on them, and there was no trouble codes on the cluster showing lights out, nothing like that. Everything is good. Both the back ones are done, so if you're gonna do this job, you gotta take the tail lights out, you gotta take the inner fender well liners out of the front. And you can see how nice these look compared to just 4 little dots, and they're very bright. On camera it's not going to do it justice. And then along with the tail lights, we'll get Philip to show you the tail lights. I know this thing's dirty, it needs to be washed, but now we upgraded the tail lights, all the corner lights, and the front blinkers. So I'll put a link to all this stuff in the description if I can find it all again, and you guys could also buy that. I think all the corner lights are about 40 bucks, 40, 50 bucks. The tail lights are like 225. These lights are like 150 or 170. I don't remember what it was. But now we could actually drive the damn thing and not have catastrophic light failure and constantly battle on that. So yeah, that's gonna be it, guys, for the G-Wagon LED light upgrade. After that mess, I'm tired. I'll see y'all next time.